Life is what happens while you are busy making other plans. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted and behold, service was joy. Not life, but good life, is to be chiefly valued. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. The truth is, you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Life is a crazy ride and nothing is guaranteed. The true secret of happiness lies in taking a genuine interest in all the details of daily life. Into each life some ray must fall. Life is a dream for the wise, a game for the fool, a comedy for the rich, a tragedy for the poor. We pass through this world but once. A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters. You have enemies. Good, that means you've stood up for something sometime in your life. Don't go through life, grow through life. Life is short, and we have never too much time for gladdening the hearts of those who are traveling the dark journey with us. Oh, be swift to love, make haste to be kind. Every man dies, not every man really lives. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. Life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. We live in a rainbow of chaos. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. Never be bullied into silence. Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life. Define yourself. To live is to change, and to be perfect is to have changed often. I arise in the morning torn between a desire to improve the world and a desire to enjoy the world. This makes it hard to plan the day. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. The art of life is to know how to enjoy a little and to endure very much. The only disability in life is a bad attitude. Life is a lot like jazz. It's best when you improvise. We need to give each other the space to grow, to be ourselves, to exercise our diversity. We need to give each other space so that we may both give and receive such beautiful things as ideas, openness, dignity, joy, healing, and inclusion. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less. We do not remember days, we remember moments. Once you bring life into the world, you must protect it. We must protect it by changing the world. We must be willing to let go of the life we have planned, so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them, that only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. It takes half your life before you discover life is a do-it-yourself project. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. Life is a song, sing it. Life is a game, play it. Life is a challenge, meet it. Life is a dream, realize it. Life is a sacrifice, offer it. Life is love, enjoy it. Life is too short for long-term grudges. When I stand before God at the end of my life, I would hope that I would not have a single bit of talent left and could say, I used everything you gave me. You're only here for a short visit. Don't hurry, don't worry, and be sure to smell the flowers along the way. The good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Every man regards his own life as the New Year's Eve of time. How far you go in life depends on your being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving and tolerant of the weak and strong, because someday in your life you will have been all of these. Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale. The greatest use of a life is to spend it on something that will outlast it. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. Nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he could do only a little. All life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. Life is a tragedy when seen in close-up, but a comedy in long shot. Find ecstasy in life. The mere sense of living is joy enough. Life isn't a matter of milestones, but of moments. All the art of living lies in a fine mingling of letting go and holding on. What do we live for, if not to make life less difficult for each other? I want to live my life, not record it. If you live long enough, you'll make mistakes. But if you learn from them, you'll be a better person. It's how you handle adversity, not how it affects you. The main thing is never quit. Never quit. Never quit. Life is a long lesson in humility. I have found that if you love life, life will love you back. It's all about quality of life and finding a happy balance between work and friends and family. Life consists not in holding good cards, but in playing those you hold well. Maybe that's what life is, a wink of the eye and winking stars. Throughout life, people will make you mad, disrespect you and treat you bad. Let God deal with the things they do, cause hate in your heart will consume you too. Life is what we make it, always has been, always will be. Mindfulness is about love and loving life. When you cultivate this love, it gives you clarity and compassion for life, and your actions happen in accordance with that. Remember, when life's path is steep to keep your mind even. We can't plan life. All we can do is be available for it. Life is 10% what you make it and 90% how you take it. The less routine, the more life. We are here to add what we can to life, not to get what we can from life. Life is a moderately good play with a badly written third act. I think I've discovered the secret of life. You just hang around until you get used to it. The chief danger in life is that you may take too many precautions. Life is a tide. Float on it, go down with it and go up with it, but be detached. Then it is not difficult. The hardest years in life are those between 10 and 70. To me, if life boils down to one thing, it's movement. To live is to keep moving. Life is a succession of moments. To live each one is to succeed. Life is half spent before we know what it is. I did not direct my life. I didn't design it. I never made decisions. Things always came up and made them for me. That's what life is. You have succeeded in life when all you really want is only what you really need. My formula for living is quite simple. I get up in the morning and I go to bed at night. In between, I occupy myself as best I can. If we live good lives, the times are also good. As we are, such are the times. Today is your own. Tomorrow, perchance, may never come. The difficulty in life is the choice. Life is made up of sobs, sniffles, and smiles, with sniffles predominating. Don't let life discourage you. Everyone who got where he is had to begin where he was. The true object of all human life is play. Earth is a task garden. Heaven is a playground. Life is too short to work so hard. Surprise is the greatest gift which life can grant us. Let life happen to you. Believe me, life is in the right always. No man is a failure who is enjoying life. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. When I hear somebody sigh, "Life is hard," I am always tempted to ask, compared to what?